Blessed is the man that worketh not in the counsel of the heathen, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law I say, I dictate sunrise and sundown. Him a go there like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him live never a go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now there, so them there like a chaff with the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment, nor the sin among them in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sin among them always and always. I go perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah. Where two and threes meet in the name of the Most High Jah, and that's so Jah there. If Jah never build up your house, the builder I will build it in vain. Same way, if Jah never watch upon them same house we build for you, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall make you abide under the shadow of the Almighty, as long as you dwell in the secret place of the Most High. Jah. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a Blackpot, and each time this Blackpot rests on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. Now, today we have something extremely sumptuous for you. It's all in the service of God and country. We normally would not like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black RASTA. Let's look at the very first thing for today. And what is it? Dollar shortage hits Ghana. Look at the headlines. Dollar shortage hits forex market. Cedi depreciation nears 10 Ghana cedi mark. Have you seen it? I will let the headlines do the talking. Are you aware that the Ghana cedi is the worst performing currency in the whole world? Watch it. Cedi tagged worst performing currency worldwide by Bloomberg. It only beat one country, and that is even war-torn right now. Tea producing Sri Lanka. Their rupee is the worst in the whole world. In fact, in the whole of Africa, one of the worst currencies is the Sierra Leonean leone. But on the international market, it is not the worst performing currency. It is the Sri Lankan rupee. Next is the Ghana cedi. The Ghana cedi rose to a certain point. All of a sudden, boom, it came to the ground. My brother, my sister, where is the world-renowned economist, Baumia? Where is he? This is our greatest economist in the country. He worked with the World Bank and worked with some other such institutions around the world. He's renowned. In fact, they brought him into governance, all because of his economics. He eats, sleeps, walks, and talks economics. In fact, before he got into government, he told us all the economics. He told us where the shortfalls were. He told us how we could rescue this country from economic bondage and suppression. But it looks like now he's run out of ideas. But he wants to be president. My brother, my sister, let's get a little bit more serious. What we are talking about is the dollar shortage in Ghana. And read what is there. Dollar shortage has hit the forex market as the rate of depreciation of the Ghana cedi nears 10 Ghana cedi to $1. Checks with some banks and forex bureau by Joy Business indicate that while some banks are quoting 9.95 to the dollar, others are selling a dollar at 9.90. However, the situation is worse at the forex bureaus as they are quoting between 9.37 and 10.5 to 1 American greenback. That's it, brethren. Just a few years ago, 1 Ghana cedi was higher than the American dollar. All of a sudden, the American dollar, with no need for any redenomination. I don't know the last time America went into any redenomination and whether America has ever done it or even not. But we have done it a number of times in this country. The last time was when President Kufuor did it. It looks like Nana Akufo-Addo is on his way to doing this redenomination for our currency. But as it stands right now, it's terrible. The dollar rate is so bad in this country. And this is what is going to happen. Look at this. It does not make sense any longer to buy treasury bills. And this is coming from Professor Lord Mensah. Of course, treasury bills are supposed to be a form of investment. Now, if you invest and the money that is coming in is devalued by the dollar rate, then why do you have to invest? You are supposed to be given interest. Anytime you invest, profit on your investment. But if the profit is going to be demeaned by the depreciation of the cedi, there is going to be dollarization of the country. You know what that means? People are now going to be saving in dollars. The dollar is the most popular currency in the world. And we have taken time on this show to explain why. It is historical, it is strategic, and it is intentional. The only way forward for Ghana is to be able to produce. Why is our cedi going down? It's going down not only because of the Russian-Ukrainian war and the so-called COVID, but it's also going down because we don't produce enough. You know why? We are rather importing. We import anything. We import toothpicks. We import matches. We import water. And almost everything. And when we are importing, nobody is interested in our cedi because the cedi has not been marketed enough for it to have a certain value internationally. So they ask you for the American dollar. So the American dollar becomes your lingua franca. The only language that is common to you and the international market is the dollar language. So if you don't have the dollar, you are living in oblivion. And the more you go after the dollar, you are giving it demand. And when demand surpasses supply, ceteris paribus, prices skyrocket. And that is why your currency will continue to be depreciated. My brother, my sister, are we ready for this sacrifice? Are we ready to go back to the ground and plant the tomatoes, the okra, plant the maize, plant the sorghum? Are we ready to empower our farmers? Everything is on the land. Everything we need, even the gold and the diamond, you don't find that in the sky, in the land. Yet we have demeaned, degraded, and polluted the land so much so that we are now running after foreigners for their money. Dollar shortage hits Ghana. Today, the richest people are the Abochis and the Gao people on the streets of Accra, the black market. Anybody who has a dollar goes to them. Everybody is saving in the dollar. Are we going to have the Zimbabwean situation where they will throw away their currency and now start using the American dollar? Where is economic independence? Kwame Nkrumah told us in 1966 when he was overthrown that we were at the threshold of our economic independence when the urchins and agents of destruction, enemies of the state, decided to kick him out. Today it looks like it's a curse. We are all sitting back and enjoying our foolishness and our betrayal of a true patriot. My brother, my sister, why is Nana Akufo-Addo still the president? Why is Bawumia still there? Obviously, they are incompetent. They have failed. There are other countries that are doing well. Eritrea is not doing bad. South Africa is not doing bad. But we, as a people, are going down the drain. All because it is all self-inflicted. Do we understand that? Our plight is self-inflicted. We were building a plush cathedral at a time that we pretended to be rich. Our president was flying all over the place like an idiot. All over the place. Why is he not flying anymore? Why is the president not flying? I thought the flying was so important. All of a sudden, it ceases to be important. Keep flying. This is the president who should have been called Flight Lieutenant Nana Akufo-Addo, not J.J. Rawlings. This is the flight king, the king of flying. Flying all over the place. People were begging you, Mr. President. You are throwing away money that we don't have. What kind of a stupid people are these? That every time we have to go out and borrow money, and the moment we have the borrowed money, we feel like we are rich and we start blowing it around. Are you not careful anytime you have borrowed money? I don't like borrowing. I hate it. Because anytime I borrow, it is difficult for me to pay. So I would withstand the pressure and stay in there. And I tell myself, this too shall pass. Who is going to save us? Is it the IMF? Has the IMF saved anybody before? I told you already. The way out is to empower our farmers to plant the wheat, plant the corn, the maize, the millet, the sorghum, the potatoes, the tomatoes, the tobacco, the ganja, and all that. Today they are in parliament fighting. Apex court, Supreme Court fighting. Parliament. Ganja will be legalized. No, they didn't debate it in parliament. And they are there playing the buffoonery when the needful is still lurking in the shadows. Why? Dash it away, let me deal with the next thing. And come follow me. A friend of mine asked me the other day, Black Rasta, anytime I watch you on TV, I cry. You know why? I wonder why you are not tired all these years fighting this same old canker. When I see you, I cry because it doesn't look like things are going to change anytime soon. And I keep telling him, I was born to fight. The day the lion stops fighting for his food is the day the lion dies. I am a lion. I am supposed to fight for food, not for me alone, but for the generations to come. Look at this. Another fight is on, and that's the Galamsey fight. Galamsey fight. Mere lip service. This is what this man is saying. His name is Dr. Asa Asante. Government just paying lip service to Galamsey fight. What is Galamsey? They call it illegal mining. illegal small-scale mining. Read it. A political scientist at the University of Ghana, Dr. Kwame Asante, is skeptical about government's commitment to fighting illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. According to him, the Akufo-Addo administration is treating the case with kid gloves and paying lip service to the problem. The country has been battling illegal mining for years. Oh my God, come along. My brother, this president issued a certain communique to show that he was serious. Go to the Galamsey field, those polluting our water bodies. Any equipment you see around it, touch it. In other words, burn it. Excavators were burnt. Now the general secretary of the party, who has now been kicked out in an election, came out and said, he personally took it upon himself to protect the equipment of party members. So he went to the Galamsey field to protect and to retrieve equipment, excavators that were sent there for Galamsey. In other words, you can burn any other person's equipment on the Galamsey field, but don't touch those that belong to our foot soldiers and members of our party. What kind of a fight is that? Nana Akufo-Addo has always been a pretentious president. He pretended to fight corruption. His own special prosecutor called him the mother serpent of corruption. The second one who came into office after the first one, Hamidu, ran out of office like a toad in broad daylight. Said the fight against corruption has hit the brick wall because the way the courts are treating corruption issues, in fact, is abysmal. We all heard it, right? Now Galamsey fight. Meanwhile, the king of Galamsey in Ghana is the hometown chief of the president, Ochihini. He said his people will continue Galamseying if Nana Akufo-Addo did not do the needful. What was the needful? Come and build us a university. Find jobs for our people. If you don't find jobs for them, I will ask them to continue destroying the water bodies, destroying the land. What chief in his right senses will say things like this? Give my people jobs. If you don't give them jobs, I will unleash them on the Galamsey field. Small scale, illegal mining. Go! Destroy the water bodies, destroy the environment. Yes, we will punish them for not giving us jobs. Where's the sense? See, don't speak to your chiefs like that. Where is the sense? Posterity will judge us all, one after the other. When Ochihini said this, I looked at him and demeaned his wisdom. Chiefs are supposed to be repositories of what? Wisdom. That we should go out there and do Galamsey in his area. After all, there were no jobs. And at the same time, he was supposed to build a school. Was it a university? Whatever it was, he didn't do it. So go and destroy the land. My brother, have you forgotten that when the land is destroyed, it is not Nana Addo alone who is going to suffer? You will suffer. Your unborn children are going to suffer. Now you guys have money to run out of the country and enjoy other people who have been wise and have kept their environments clean. I'm shedding tears, brethren. It's sad. My children are going to come out and inherit land that is so polluted. Now go to some of the mining areas in Takwa. Children are born with teeth in their mouth already. Some children are born with 4 eyes. Some children are born with 2 noses. Some are born without a mouth at all. Pollution, extreme pollution on our land. Under no circumstances, no reason whatsoever should it be that because of this, we should still go out and pollute our land and destroy our earth. My brother, my sister, where has patriotism gone to? Tree planting exercise. The trees that government use money to acquire. On the day of the planting, they planted 10 of them and left 1 million others roasting in the sun, and they dried up. And the 10 that were planted, goats went and chewed everything up. We are waiting for another tree planting exercise. Spend money on that and then go and sleep for goats to come and eat that. When is the country going to grow? Where is patriotism? I'm asking. Our chiefs are supposed to be able to deal with the people in one way or the other. If there are no jobs, what happened to farming? If somebody can become a miner in just one day, he can also be a farmer in one day. And when you are farming, you don't destroy the land. When you are farming, there's no pollution, especially when you do proper farming. Nana Akufo-Addo is a pretender. For me, he's too old to catch up with the pace of the ongoings of the country. At this point, I will step back, but I'll give you a quote. Those who are not ready to protect the land, do they deserve to live on the land at all? I have a quote for you. When we return, we'll talk some more. Wayo! This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Shonema, where we speak truth to power. And I want to say thank you so much. We are live on Pan-African TV, Ghana's only Pan-African TV, Africa's only TV on Pan-Africanism. This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Shonema, where we speak truth to power. We are also live on Loud Silence TV. We are live on Ghana Web TV and live on our own TV, the Black Empire TV. We are also streaming live on our YouTube page, and that is the Black Empire Media. My brother, my sister, we are speaking truth to power, and it's all in the interest of our people, our continent, our land. We've been doing this for so long, but it looks like the more we grow, the more we get closer to the starting point in Africa and in Ghana for that matter. Some things have been achieved in this country, but a lot more would have to be achieved. That is why we are pushing. Remember, we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we will. Only to build and not to destroy. We are live on your screens, and we are the masters of Pan-Africanism on TV. This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Shonema, where we speak truth to power. Do business with us. Our lines are active. Call us. Let's talk. Let's be the lifeline to your staggering business lines. We treat your businesses like ours. And remember, the more you prosper, the more we prosper too. It's all about Africa. And when we speak the truth, we become orphans. Because the truth stands alone. The truth is an orphan. That is why you have to support this show, so that the next generation can be better than our generation. And so on and so forth. This is the Blackpot, aka Coco Shonema, where we speak truth to power. Next thing I want to look at is entitled Excuses Galore for Incompetence. This is the master excusionist. The master excusionist. Baumia blames economic woes on COVID-19, Ukraine-Russian war, and banking reforms. That's him, and this is from My Joy Online. Published when? 18th August 2022. This is not 6 million years ago. Watch it. This man was to be president. He's full of excuses for his incompetence. This was the guy who propounded that theory. Incompetent Mahama. Incompetent Mahama. And in no time, everybody started shouting it, incompetent Mahama. Mahama was incompetent, yes. But this man here is incompetent. This man here is not incompetent. He's incompetence. When you go out looking for incompetence and you meet this man, that's him. His bodily framework, every fiber of his body smacks of incompetence. The chief economist. But his own party calls him the lying economist. He has misled this nation. Now they are running to the IMF. And he's still talking about COVID-19, Ukraine-Russian war. Is Ukraine in Ghana? What do you eat in Ghana? Do you have enough? What happened to planting for jobs and food? What happened to your lying agric minister? Very old yet most lying. Planting for jobs and food has become a farce. Your people are not producing. Everybody wants a white-collared job. And when people run to your office and they are looking for jobs, you give them handouts to go and eat and come again after a week to ask for another set of handouts so that you can have full control over them and push them around. You do not direct them to a piece of land where they can plant tomatoes and become independent. You always give them fish when you should be teaching them how to fish. And the fish you give them is not even enough. My brother, my sister, when would these excuses end? President is talking about Ukraine-Russian war. Meanwhile, Ukraine itself is sufficient. Self-sufficient. Russia is self-sufficient. The Russians are not complaining. They are okay. They who are throwing bombs and bombs are also thrown at them. They are cool. Ukrainians are not crying that they don't have oil. They are not crying that they are hungry. The only cry that they cry is that bombs are flying. And you in your country, there are no bombs flying. Yet you are worse than a country that has bombs flying in. What kind of a curse is this? Are we okay? Every day, Russia, Ukraine. Yet those countries where the bombs are being thrown are not crying. You are those crying. That means you are a slave to those countries, idiots. You are slaves to Russia and Ukraine. You are slaves to COVID-19. Why should two countries be fighting and we all are held at ransom? We all come to a standstill, all because two countries are feuding. What happened to our agriculture? What happened to our independence? What happened to our self-sufficiency? We are just a bunch of idiots who are so dependent for everything that we use. Toilet paper, toothpicks, tomatoes are imported into this country, potatoes are... So what do we really see as our stalemate in this country? We eat rice more than the Chinese. Yet, my brother, my sister, when we talk about rice, we're talking about China. We eat things that are produced in other people's lands. Yet what we produce, no. We don't want that. We sell that out. People control us. In fact, Nana Akufo-Addo should resign and go. They have failed. Any president, any leader who would say that his country is being submerged because of crisis in another foreign land is a stupid leader. How many people understand what I'm saying? Where is your independence? Yes, we don't live in a vacuum. We don't live on an island. Far away Ukraine, something is happening. And every day, that is the chorus we are singing. Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, COVID, Russia. The city has become a farce. It has become a mirage. It has become a non-existent element. All because of Russia, Ukraine. What is happening to us? Yet I am told that the loans that were coming from the whatever Euro bond, blah blah blah, into this country, finance minister was sitting somewhere getting his commission, his company or his ex-company, whatever. How true is it? Is Parliament aware? Are we investigating that? We have heard that time and again. I have said it on this show over and over for more than 20 times. Is it true? Why should some people suffer because of others? If you are truly independent, then you shouldn't be suffering because another country has become careless. At least you should be able to control it to a big point. Oh, Ukraine and Russia are fighting. Because of that, we don't have fuel. Yet we have a country that is blessed with crude oil. Oh, now our bread is so expensive because the wheat that was coming from Ukraine has cut. Then you are still dependent. You are not independent. You are still enslaved. If Ukraine doesn't feed you, you are hopeless. Yet we are more. What cannot grow in this country? Tell me. Even air. If you plant air, it will grow into a storm in this country. True? I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me, Black Rasta, you got it wrong. Because I can't seem to find my way through the maze. What kind of leadership is this? Hey, I can keep asking this question for the next 1 million years. And I'm not sure I'll find an answer. So I let it go. But when I return, we have 3 more issues to look at.
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill, and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's Acid Cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mamiya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret, PJ's Acid Cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
Am I a sumo?
Yes, Mama, right.
And you may a king cancer, no. You have my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may a king cancer, no. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam!
company. Tina Tet High-End Herbal Capsule. A drawing Tina Brewati Semi. Me ready a mention glasses. Obroni Bessie. See clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina Tet High-End Herbal Capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa. For Tina Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now what? Yeah, Tina Tet High-End. See clear.
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. Nail training here, we do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
There's river on the long ways, the moon shines brighter in the darkness, and the time is free and on the strong days.
Diana Wright, first of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right, I do the whole. I've been doing it for many years, and so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art. That's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like you need some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on, that most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so you're not crippled. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work to you, with you, so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor, he can't take care and that is not good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you move in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation with no sand.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you move in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation with no sand.
Sorry. Oh, Doc. Yes, I was. And youบอกDoc. I want to know why you did. We must why she. I've said to Anton, Yama. No, say the young kukru. So when your stomach was said the young heartburn, so I be count. And then crying. Meaning said if you be forcing, I don't know.
Test results naturally say when you malaria when emoji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac and a tinatet malake. Fama no nano ho betono.
Malake, anything at a tumac. I'm on my free.
Tinatet Malake, Eyama Ubia Wenya malaria fever, and a Tinatet Tomac mixture, Eyama Ubia Wenya indigestion. Yen Shishemus Wenya malaria and San Wafa Edri. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Blackpot, Coco Show. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunum, where we speak truth to power. I can't seem to wrap my head around some of these things. The dirtiest city in the whole world is in Africa. Yet Africa has more vultures than any country, any continent in the world. Our vultures have eaten so much dirt, yet the dirt keeps piling up. That's the importance of the vulture. You know that, right? Urchins. My brother, my sister, these are the birds that are supposed to deal with dirt. But we produce so much dirt that the vulture is inundated with food. Why? Why? My brother, my sister, I can't seem to wrap my head around some of these things. Ukraine is fighting. The bombs are landing in Ukraine. They are not landing in Ghana. And we are here crying that there's no wheat. We are here crying that there's no food. our cedi is depreciated so badly, unprecedentedly, because of a war in Ukraine. I'm waiting for the day, and I pray it doesn't happen, that Ghana would also have a certain kind of calamity. And from this calamity, other countries will say, oh, because Ghana has this calamity, we are unable to get maybe cocoa or that or that. Therefore, our currencies are also depreciated. Would it ever happen? Oh, Nigeria has a certain calamity. For that matter, we are not able to get this and that and that. For that matter, the American dollar is depreciating. The British pound is depreciating because Ghana has a headache. The Japanese yen is hemorrhaging, is falling because Nigeria has fever. Listen, during the Cold War, when Kwame Nkrumah decided to be non-aligned, he said, we don't face the East nor the West forward. America got offended. Ghana was a major producer of cocoa. You know what America did? America produced a synthetic kind of cocoa to outcompete Ghana's cocoa and throw Ghana's economy into haywire. How many people remember that? Yet we are so silly and stupid, so foolish and stupid, so buffoonish. Ukraine has a headache. Russia has fever. And idiots, idiot president, idiot vice president are always drumming this thing about Ukraine and Russia. Where is your ingenuity? Where is your economic ingenuity? What can we do like the Americans did to Ghana when our cocoa was the in thing? Nkrumah was overthrown because of some of these synthetic synonyms to our cocoa and our sugar. My brother, my sister, what can we do? Where is the innovation? We have a vast piece of land in Africa, yet we are the most hungry people. Is it that we are lazy? The European Union has to come down and give us loans before our cocoa will start bearing fruits. And there's a minister who wears suit, heavy suit in the hot sun, and all he speaks big English and nothing happens. Why? I don't get it. What is happening to us? Yet when the politicians come in, it's all about recouping their investments. What are these investments? Investments that they put into becoming leaders. The money they spend, the bribes. So when they come in, it's all about getting it back. True? I'm hurt. I cry every day. The other day I was praying to God and I was asking God, is there another planet where I can go and live on peacefully and forget about some of these nuances and underpinnings that are so rigorously bad and killing us and our generations? In fact, the other day, I gathered my children and I apologized to them. You know the apology? I told them, I am sorry for producing you. I shouldn't have produced you, but I didn't know. I have produced you to come and face a stupid country led by stupid leaders who have no common sense, but they are just throwing us into oblivion, and we have become food for the vultures every now and then. Why? Which well-meaning father will be thinking about producing children in these dangerous times? To God be the glory. Let me deal with the next thing. Next thing is entitled, where is all the money? It's the same question I'm asking. But this is Gabi Ochridako. He is a nephew to the president. This guy, look at his photograph. This is years back. Now he has put on so much weight. All the bones have been covered. And he's looking like an angel who just descended from some planet. He's asking a question. This is Ghana Web. In 2015, 7 years ago, he asked this very important question. Where has all the money gone? Gabi's 2015 views on IMF pop up. And he was speaking on the news file. And when you read it, it's crazy. But he is a chief supporter of the IMF now. Such hypocrites. And this is a guy I hear has a British passport. He allegedly has a British passport. How can these people be well-meaning for the country? If he truly has a British passport, these guys are just waiting for, bah! They are in Britain. They start speaking like the British. And we are here roasting up in the mess that they have created. Fire burn them, these people. Dirty people. Give me what he said. Look at what he said in 2015. I said, you ask yourself, where has all the money gone? And what happened is that we are spending more and more money to pay our debt rather than investing in capital expenditure or capital projects. Projects that will create jobs. The IMF will not create jobs. The IMF will not make sure that the salaries match up with inflation. IMF will make sure that hopefully, the reckless spending would go down. And I think that is the positive aspect of it. But in terms of expanding the economy, I am not so sure. He stated on Joy News's newsfile. This was what he said in 2015. Today, he's a chameleon. He has changed color. His uncle is the president. He says IMF will help us. IMF will make his party a better party, and they will go ahead and break the aid. Such idiots. I look at them in the face and I call them idiots. Because they are chameleons. I have no respect for them. These guys don't feed me. I don't need anything from these guys. From the president, his vice president, Mahama, all those people. You will see me around them. For what? You see me around the farmers who are planting the plantains and the tomatoes and all that. These are my friends. People who cook to feed the nation. Not idiots in power who are chameleons. They change color anytime. I am angry with them. All they know is to threaten you with big suits. Bring foolish lawyers wearing cat hair on their head. Come and stand there and speak Latin. Because I don't understand their English. People say I speak good English. That I don't know. But these people speak English that I don't understand. So what English am I speaking? Mandamus credus. My Lord and my learned friend. The mandamus credus of the pro bono that would retucus capipus. Is this Latin? Or is it Japanese? Or Chinese? And these are the people who are controlling the economy. If I don't understand, the farmer in Pesingpe won't understand. If I don't understand mandimus, clitus, picucus, lipus, Dompoasi farmer, how would he understand this? The man catching the catfish and the tilapia in the water, how would he understand this? Yet mandipus, cricus, lipupus, tapus will rule the economy. Where is the money? What have they done with the money? Can you tell me? Where is the money? Naskanwa he. Naskanwa he. Your uncle is building a cathedral. Your uncle was flying, not economy, not business. He was flying the whole plane. Flight Lieutenant Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Salute. He has flown more than all the pilots in the world. After all, in his plane, he has 2 bathrooms. He eats anything he wants to eat. He has prostitutes flying with him. Sewa Bruni and the rest. Dash it away, brethren. Come along. Jesus. Next, what I would like to look at briefly. This will take only 2 minutes. Ghana Police Service gets booster. And what's the story? This is Dampare. Dr. Akufu Dampare. He's the IGP of Ghana. He came in a few months ago, and when he came in, he had the rapturous applause and welcome. But he started losing it because the same old police service came back rearing its ugly head. Now he says he's making a massive change in the police service. What is the change? Let's read. What is the story saying? And when you look at it, you will sit back and ask yourself, will this thing really work? Now, Dan Parry is talking about the fact that, oh, now the police service has something new. And what is the police service saying that is new? He's saying that, oh, now we are going to have a police service that can also be watched. You understand? So somebody would also be policing the police. Watch the story. Come along. Follow me. Follow me. Read the last paragraph. Well, the penultimate one. And what is he saying? He says, speaking at a public lecture at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, NUST, on Thursday, August 11, 2022, the IGP indicated that a number of policies and strategies have been developed by the police in that regard. So let's read what he's talking about in the last paragraph. The measures which include policies that cover hotspot policing, welfare, and professionalism, according to the IGP, will, amongst other things, strengthen the service, ensure effectiveness and ethical policing, as well as reduce crime rate in the country. Look, I am interested in this, but it is so much of a blanket statement. Watch. He says there are policies, but he has not led us into those policies and how feasible they are. Watch. He says what? That welfare of the police. I've always talked about the welfare of the police. A policeman is guarding a thieving, foolish minister who is stealing all the money. He sees the money in his car boot every time, yet his salary is fair. You need a microscope before you can see his salary. You can't see it. And he is the one who is taking care of the big money, stolen cash. Why will crime rate not increase? The welfare of the police is very important. Their retirement benefits. Now police people in Ghana, in fact, undermine their age, all because they don't want to retire. When they retire, nothing good comes home. Dan Parry, make a change. The only thing that will be a legacy for you is not your heart and your big badges. It is going to be what you leave behind. When people are talking about you later, oh, when Dan Parry came, he did this, he did this, he did this. Not, oh, he was the first village boy from Kwesingpe to become IGP. No, that's nothing. That's nothing. There could be a first anywhere. But what kind of a first are you? The first village boy from Kwesingpe or Duri Gaga to become IGP. What were his achievements? And again, I am ready to offer my support if you need me. Dash it away. Let's deal with the last thing. The last thing is the last thing. And the last thing is thief of staff sues for 20 million. Hey, thief of staff. Hey, is that a thief of staff? Well, the Herald newspaper editor claims that this one is not the chief of staff, but the thief of staff. And who is this editor? He's called Larry Dogbe. I like him. He's the newspaper editor for Herald. And that's the Herald. Truth stands. You remember last week we said that the chief of staff threatened that if he did not retract something that he wrote about her, they will go to court. Look at the headline. My Joy Online. Chief of staff sues Larry Dogbe. Wants 20 million paid for defamation. And this 17th August, published at 6:48 p.m. Look at the story. Chief of Staff Akosua Frema Osei Opare has sued managing editor of the Herald newspaper, Larry Dogbe, for defamation. She wants an Accra High Court to order Mr. Dogbe to pay her a total of 20 million Ghana cedis for an alleged defamatory publication. An August 3, 2022 publication in the newspaper is the basis for this legal action. Mrs. Osei Opare says the paper alleged that she had interfered in the disposal of some vehicles belonging to the bulk oil storage and transportation company Bust. Interesting. Bust. She interfered in that. Maybe she passed it to some other people. Whatever it was is corruption, is stealing. So instead of calling her the chief of staff, the paper alleged that she's the thief of staff, as in Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. So in this case, Mrs. Ali Baba and her 40 thieves. And again, she wants an order of injunction directed at the defendants, agents, assigns, or privies for continuing to make any further defamatory publication about the plaintiff, and an order of court directed at the defendants to retract the said defamatory publication and render an unqualified apology in the same prominence as the defamatory publication. I said on this show that if this man apologizes, it means that he's not worth his salt. We will never ever take him serious again. Because you know what you were writing, right? At least there were some mistakes left, right, and center. Then we agree to err is human. But in this case, it was quite prominent, and it didn't look like it was a problem. And he listened to what I said. They take advice from me as well. See? And decided not to apologize. You can go to hell. So they are in hell now, and she's demanding 20 million. And she wants her name to be returned to chief of staff. The new title of a chief of staff, she doesn't want it. I have closed. My name is Black RASTA, and I want to say thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you. I love you. Yes, live all across Africa and beyond, the masters of Pan-Africanism. We are in Cameroon, we are in Egypt, we are in Mauritania, Algeria, Madagascar, Togo, Benin, the Ivory Coast. Hey, via satellite, everybody watches us. Your business will do well with us. We have our numbers on the screen. Pick up the numbers. Send us a WhatsApp call, a WhatsApp message. We'll hack into your call. In the interim, on behalf of my technical team, I. Wale!